Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are running out of time to avert a government shutdown with no deal that can pass both the House and the Senate anywhere in sight. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is pushing his colleagues to get behind a short-term spending bill, but multiple House conservatives tell CBS News they'll never vote for it. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is criticizing McCarthy, saying he's giving in to far-right demands and is pushing a bill in the upper chamber over the finish line to keep the government open through mid-November. But House lawmakers remain sharply divided over spending.
I am up in the air on everything right now. Everything is on the table for me.
Including CR?
We'll see. I haven't seen anything that I would vote for at this juncture. I may vote for a couple of the appropriations bills. We're working through it right now.
Either the Senate is going to enforce our border security or no deal and let them deal with the shutdown.
What's the source of the frustration?
My frustration is that we're $33 trillion in debt, running $2 trillion annual deficits with no real end in sight. That's my frustration.
My teammate, CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion, joins us at the Capitol in the middle of what has been pretty exhausting and unprecedented week that may just be getting started. So, Nikole, let's start off with that spending plan that House conservatives say they're going to try to get a vote on tomorrow. What might be in it? What happens next?
Well, we're still waiting to see actual text of this legislation, but I did speak to Congressman Byron Donalds a short time ago, who did say that they are continuing to work on a framework. He believes, obviously, border security could be a key part of this package, which is something that the Speaker has been advocating for the better part of this week, although we know that that could be a sticking point for those in the Senate, although, some senators are working on a potential border security amendment on their side. So that being said, we don't know anything until we see more text and a path forward. In terms of talking to Congressman Donalds about that, the other issue is that you have House Freedom Caucus members who have since put out a letter to the Speaker saying that they have some additional questions before they vote on any type of short-term funding package. And so I discussed that with the congressman to see what the latest is there. Take a listen. And how confident are you at this juncture that we can avoid a government shutdown?
Well, listen, we always have questions for the Speaker and about the direction of our chamber. But this is really about what is going to be the working process to pass our 12 bills. What does that look like? Are we working weekends? I believe we should. Are we going to be here next week? I believe we should. What is going to be the urgency or the speed of the Appropriations Committee meeting and then floor action here? Obviously, people see now we're running basically amendments all day long, a couple vote series. Members are on the floor to 2 o'clock in the morning going through other amendments. Vote series are running late. We just want to have an idea of what the workflow is going to look like to accomplish our business. But can you guarantee
there won't be a shutdown, or is it inevitable at this point?
I can't guarantee that.
So you heard the congressman there really kind of non-committal about whether or not there will be a shutdown or not. He even went so far as to tell me he thinks if there is one, could last a matter of days, potentially weeks, depending on how long it takes for them to finish their work. Look, one of the hang-ups here also has to do with appropriation bills. As you know, Scott, the House is preparing to move forward with a package of several bills. It's possible those might not even go until tomorrow as they kind of try to work through this process. So there really is a lot of uncertainty right now over the path forward, although everyone still seems committed to try to find a resolution somewhere.
With time short and with the Democratic leader today saying Democrats will not vote for these Republican bills, and we're less than 72 hours till the deadline. And Democrats had that clock going, didn't they, today? The shutdown clock, as the U.S. House Oversight Committee had its first hearing post-impeachment inquiry announcement into Hunter Biden. I know you were there for that, talking to folks involved. What was your takeaway of what you saw over what was about a 7-hour hearing?
Yeah, it did go on for some time, and, what we saw was really a lot of theatrics, quite frankly, in the sense that, Republicans put forth what they believe or purport to be evidence that could potentially link the president to his family's business dealings to the business dealings of his son, Hunter. They believe that there is something there. That is why they say that there must be some type of investigation. That's why they want an inquiry to move forward. This is after months of investigations where they have collected bank records and interview transcripts and spoken to IRS whistleblowers who testified before Congress. And they say all of this really is substantial evidence that they believe is indicative of, the president potentially mixing his official business with his personal. Now, granted, the White House has denied any wrongdoing here. And what was interesting is that some of the witnesses that were called to this hearing, some of them were Republican witnesses, said that they don't believe that there is enough evidence at this time that it does merit further review. So you also had a number of Democrats really blasting Republicans for holding this hearing in the first place, given everything that's going on with a potential shutdown.
Just a few moments left, Nikole. We know Senator Menendez had his long-awaited lunch and speech to his Senate Democrats, 30 of whom want him to resign. He says he's sticking around. Where does this go next, if anywhere, in the Senate?
Yeah, well, we did talk to Senator Menendez shortly after he spoke to Senate Democrats. Take a listen to what he told us after that meeting.
Can you serve effectively if you've lost the confidence of your fellow senators, many of whom are Democrats?
I will continue to cast votes on behalf of the people of New Jersey, as I have for 18 years. And I am sure when they need those votes, they'll be looking forward for me to cast those votes.
Now, as you know, Scott, more than half of the Senate Democratic caucus has called on the senator to resign. But as he just indicated there, he doesn't intend to go anywhere. That was a message he conveyed to his colleagues during that lunch earlier today.
It's an awful lot of stuff to happen in a few hours' time, Nikole. See you back up there shortly. Thank you for your help.